The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900. The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 is a very popular regional jet across the United States, flying to many different airports across the nation every single day. Diecast model airplane collectors have been eyeing a model of one for years since the American Airlines US Airways merger. Whether you're looking to replicate a small regional airport or have a sentimental attachment to the CRJ-900, it's a special aircraft to many, and it took years and years for this model to be made.
Really want a CRJ-900 Gemini, please, or somebody.
There's still no American Eagle CRJ-900. It's most unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Desperately need 900s. That would be amazing.
A CRJ-900, but I'm still waiting on GeminiJets to release that. Hopefully they do soon.
You can thank GeminiJets and everybody else for not even trying to make a American CRJ-900. So
finally, after years of requests, GeminiJets did the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 and won the 400 scale. Everybody was so happy to finally see the model that's been so requested come to fruition. So many mixed emotions for a day many thought would never come.
The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 has been released in the 1:400 scale by none other than GeminiJets. I'm so happy.
We have the American CRJ-900. Finally.
Don't even know where to begin besides thanking GeminiJets for making.
Yeah, this model's gonna go like crazy.
The American Eagle CRJ-900 is all ready for mass unboxing 16. I'll likely make a video unboxing one, and then the other ones will be unboxed in mass unboxing. So very, very excited.
The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 has been an aircraft I've wanted a model of in 1:400 scale for years. Between making a replica of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, the aircraft has been the biggest missing piece from my model airports for a very long time. I have been so excited and eager to see if this day would ever come, and my prayers have been answered.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have one of the biggest unboxings we will ever do on this channel. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today, as you guys saw by that intro and everything in between, months and months and months and years and years and years of anticipation, we are finally here. The 1:400 scale American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 by GeminiJets in 1:400 scale is ready to be unboxed. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is a video you're definitely not going to want to miss. I can't believe we're here right now. I seriously cannot believe it. The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 is about to be presented in front of our faces, and it has been a moment I thought would never come. I seriously thought that it would just be this storyline in this fairy tale of a CRJ-900 for America never being made. But GeminiJets has turned things around. They have finally started doing models in the US that people have requested for such a long time, beginning with the Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ-900. and moving into the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in April 2021. Of course, I went down with mono, and I still am recovering to this day, but we're going to push through to make this happen because it's been way too long. This box literally shipped on like May 27th or something absolutely absurd like that, and I'm not going to put up with waiting any longer. It's been way too long. I feel good, and I feel really good actually. I feel amazing just because of this unboxing right here. I don't feel perfect by any means, but we're gonna make it happen because we have a GeminiJets American Eagle CRJ-900 in the box in front of us. And let's do it, everybody. I'm so excited. So let's get into this box, everybody, and let's do this. The day we have all been waiting for, everybody, the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in 1:400 scale is here. This box right here is from Panda Fox Toys. This was the first one that I received, so I decided to go with this one. But I'm very excited that many more will be unboxed in Massive Unboxing 16, but I thought I would keep it simple and do one of this unboxing to have the spotlight, the center of attention, the star of the show right here in this box. Like I said, from Panda Fox Toys, they always do an excellent job. They have, I initially ordered 2. They did reduce it to 1. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm so excited for this, man. Oh man, it's been such a wait. So yes, cardboard box right here in front of us. It has been months since we've got to do an actual unboxing. The last one we did was the day before I got sick. I recorded it, the Southwest 737-700 Panda Models exclusives. And I seriously don't think that we could ask for a better model to start this new era in, everybody. I'm so excited to do this. What more are we waiting for? Let's unbox this box and let's do this.
Alrighty, so the microphone will be a little bit loud. That's just how it rolls with this setup. But outside of that, the audio is absolutely awesome. And of course, I cut backwards. That is an interesting start to start this, but luckily I didn't cut myself. So I am thankful for that. So as we get this cardboard box unboxed, I should say, man, I don't even know what to say. Let's open the top from here and let's do this. Alrighty, everybody, here we go. Sorry if it's a little loud. I'll talk a little bit quieter, so hopefully it's not too bad. That satisfying cut on the top, and here we go, everybody. One side down. It looks like the box is upside down, but that's all right. 2 sides down, and then we got it from the left and the last side of the right. We have some paper in here looking nice, and if everything goes according to plan, there should be an American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in 1:400 scale right here in front of us. And we do have, actually before that, a Panda Fox Toys coupon code. And since I'm feeling generous, let me just get it out here. And there's the model. But first and foremost, everybody, 5% off the Panda Fox Toys. They do an excellent job. There is the coupon code of T2B7HH, and that already expired. A little late to the show, so I apologize about that, but nevertheless, that just shows you guys how long it's been. But the start of the show, everybody, oh man, just take a look at that. Wow. The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900. There it is. Wow. It's here, everybody. The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in 1:400 scale. First and foremost, I cannot thank GeminiJets enough for making this possible. I know there's been a ton of memes over the years about this. I know it's been kind of a literal joke pretty much to this point that it's took this long for this to happen. But they did it. That's all that matters. They finally did it. We finally have it, and there's nothing more to complain about at this point. It is finally here in front of us. I seriously cannot thank GeminiJets enough. GeminiJets, the love-hate relationship I have. And they did this. I don't even know what to say. So I seriously cannot thank GeminiJets enough. I can't thank the community enough for being patient to a degree on this. I mean, obviously, you know, patience ran out very quickly, but it finally came. You know, we never lost hope, and that's all that matters, is it's finally here. The American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in 1:400 scale by GeminiJets. Let's begin with this box, everybody. Oh man, wow. Here we go. GeminiJets right here in the top left. This is your typical GeminiJets box. Of course, no special theme or anything for this. Made for collectors by collectors. You have the computer-generated image of the CRJ-900 right here. Bombardier CRJ-900 right here above it in the American Airlines billboard titles on the box. Let's start with the left side. It's your typical side with the CGI and everything. Bottom of the box has all the matrix for GeminiJets. Whether they're accurate or not, that's debatable. Here's the right side of the aircraft box, and of course the top, the barcode, adult collectible model. In the back of the box, looking very nice with the aircraft climbing in their modern theme of the boxes. This is a 2021 release from GeminiJets, of course, as we know. And then, of course, we have the pamphlet in here we must take a look at because it's just copy and paste from any CRJ-900. But as we know, it's only the second one in quite some time. As I can get it open, there we go. So here's the pamphlet right here. I got some nice details throughout about this CRJ-900. This is November 584, November, a PSA CRJ-900. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the review. The star of the show. Wow. Man, look at that color. I am very, very pleased with that, to say the least. There's going to be some QC issues.
I don't care. I don't care at all. I'll fix it if I get an opportunity and it works well, but the moment that we've been waiting for, everybody, I can't believe it's here. I seriously can't. I'm blessed that it's here, and GeminiJets, there may be some love-hate things going on in this world, and the world's crazy, but you guys will forever have my heart for doing this. Let's do this, everybody. Here we go. Opening that box, nice and satisfying. No crease right there. Very pleased with that. Oh, baby, come home. Yes. Blessed. Blessed, thankful, grateful, surreal, outstanding. Wow. Guys, holy crap. I cannot believe I'm holding this. Look at that. Let me gently set this beauty down. Nice and gently. And let me just zoom in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, any audience of all ages and anything in between, the GeminiJets 1 to 400 scale American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 operate on the behalf of PSA Airlines. Wow, that is amazing. I am blessed, thankful, grateful, ecstatic, lost for words, and any mixed motion I can even think of. Emotion, pardon me. That's how flabbergasted I am that the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 has been made in 1 to 400 scale. Just take a minute just to let that sink in. That right there on the camera screen and in front of us is an icon, a difference maker, satisfaction, and anything in between. I'm dumbfounded. Wow, I am so happy that it is finally here. Let's review this full thing. This thing is absolutely awesome. Taking a glance at it, look at that amazing color, the extended fuselage, the winglets slanted out. Wow, that is amazing. Let's take a look at it, everybody. And here it is, everybody, the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 in 1 to 400 scale by GeminiJets. Let's begin with this review. Man, here we go. Beginning with the nose cone up here in the cockpit windows. It looks really, really nice on the CRJ-900. This is definitely one of the best elements of the mold. Very pleased with how this section of the model turned out. Along with the nose landing gear as well. Looks really, really nice in the landing gear door. It came out very nicely, so well done to GeminiJets on this behalf of the model. Next in line, we have the PSA logo right here. To explain the difference here, American Eagle has two subsidiaries for their Bombardier CRJ-900 aircraft, I should say. Two different regional carrier operators, as I'm sure you guys know. PSA Airlines is one of them. They operate the CRJ-900s that are on the East Coast between the Charlotte, Philadelphia, and Washington Reagan hubs. And then Mesa Airlines is the other subsidiary that operates the other CRJ-900s that are more found on the West Coast and some of the central United States between Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Now, there is variations of both standard winglets and slanted winglets, so I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute, but I just want to explain kind of the regional subsidiary part of it before I dive into it at the end. Next up, we have the L1 boarding door that looks super nice. Initially looking at the color here, it looks like there may be a slight gloss, but it's not near as bad as anything we've had previously from GeminiJets in terms of the heavies and any of the other aircraft. So this is just phenomenal to say the least. We have a one world sticker here as well. Great attention to detail. Very glad to see that. And of course, we have all the windows here for the first class area, which is going to be these first 4 or 5 windows-ish, maybe give or take, along with these two luggage doors right here, which are uniquely on the left main side of the CRJ aircraft, which I find really unique, and the American Eagle billboard titles that obviously look fantastic. So this part of the model to this point is looking awesome. Sorry about that, guys. I thought there was something on the camera lens, but it turns out that it was just a reflection on the camera screen, so I apologize about that. But nevertheless, moving into the middle section of the aircraft, now there are some small issues, but I'm not going to be too disappointed by that because obviously it's the American CRJ-900. I'm not asking for anything more. We got an amazing color. That was already a step up as it was. But we will review, we will review the full model in its detail. So here's the emergency exit doors and the rest of the passenger doors here, or sorry, passenger windows. Man, I'm flabbergasted, you guys can tell. Now this gap here is one of those, it's not the worst thing in the world. This is definitely something I would be willing to work with. It's just not great considering how many previous CRJs they've done without that issue. But nevertheless, that's okay, not too bad. Then you got the emergency exit pads right here that I'll show you guys when we do a top down of this model, of course. We have the details of the flaps, slats, and everything in between right here. And then the winglets. As you guys can see over there with the other winglet, that's a better example. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, Gemini did not even paint these. They're just like that silver base color for the mold, which is pretty unfortunate to say the least. I don't know what the logic was here of just not painting the winglets. It's most unfortunate, but if they had to pick a livery to do it with, this is probably one of the better ones to do, of course, as it's it kind of blends in, kind of. Obviously not great, don't get me wrong, but at least better than like the Delta, for example. But nevertheless, that's one of the major issues with the model, as we talked about in the tier list many months ago now, which is crazy to think about. And then right here we have the November 584 November, the PSA CRJ-900, of course, with the American flag. I did get to fly two of these beauties over the summer, November 600 November, November 556 November. Both were awesome. The legroom on the PSA 900s are outstanding, and they are super, super nice. So to have a model of it, not only just for the model airports and everything, of course, but just for a sentimental attachment, like we were talking about in the intro, is outstanding. And there's so many more elements to that, but just another reason why we love the CRJ-900. Moving on to the rear section of the aircraft right here, we have the engines. Now, the engines are slightly higher than what they should be. Another small defect with the CRJ-900 mold. Once again, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what more to say besides I'm so happy that it's here, that we have the model, but these small defects are unfortunate. That one's the non-fixable one pretty much. There are a couple of defects that are definitely fixable, but I'll show you guys those in a moment. But the engines, the size does look nice and everything, so that's nice. And you got the emergency exit, or sorry, not emergency exit, but the baggage door right here underneath. I do not know what these things are called. I don't know if they have something to do with the APU or something. Probably not. I honestly don't know. Maybe something with the engines. You guys may be able to correct me, so feel free to let me know what that is, guys. I would appreciate that most certainly. And then we have the beautiful American Eagle livery, tail, American Airlines, all those sort of things. Really nicely done. There's not much of a saturation to it like all the new planes have. So that was really interesting to see that it's just the normal color, but I'm very, very glad to see that. And of course, we had the horizontal stabilizers. One of the biggest issues with the model for most people is they're all angled up, just like the Delta one, of course. We know this, but I thought I would reiterate, of course, for any new viewers to this video. It's most unfortunate. I do have plans on fixing that, but I'll give you guys my full rundown on the plans on that in a little bit later on in the video. As we turn over to the other side of the aircraft to take a look at this beauty, here is the right side of the aircraft, pretty similar to the left side, but of course we do have some differences. The first major one is the R1 door is much smaller than L1 door to the CRJs, which is really cool. And outside of that, it looks like that blue on the American Eagle may be a little smidge down, so that's unfortunate, but not too big of a deal. Moving into the middle section of the aircraft, it looks really nice, of course. Besides that gap, which it seems like it's worse on the other side, still looks really good. And then of course we have the engines once again in the horizontal stabilizers, which as you guys can see from this angle, it's pretty rough, but I'll show you guys some better angles here in a moment. So let's hold it up, look at the top and bottom, some different perspectives of this aircraft, and we got a lot of talking to do, of course. So let's do this, everybody. Okay, beginning with the top of this aircraft, as you guys can see right here, hopefully I can hold it with one hand, there we go. The color looks great, of course. We have great detail on the wings with the emergency exit, escape lines, and outlines. That's a better word for it. All the detail on the wings, a couple details on the top, a fictional beacon and all that fun stuff and all that. Let me hold it to an angle where you guys can kind of see what I'm getting at in terms of the horizontal stabilizers. Now, on this model, it's actually not near as bad as some of the other ones I've seen. As you guys can see, it's only, I guess, like halfway slanted up compared to what some of the other ones are, but you can definitely see the angle increase, especially from angle like that. But another big issue with the mold, of course, as we know from reviewing the Delta and all those, sorry, I'm trying to carefully hold it, is our landing gear. And as you can see, they are put in backwards. If I show you guys underneath the model here, which we'll do the rest of the model real quick on the underneath before I do the landing gear spill. We had the nose landing gear, another beacon, baggage doors you can see, and then the things back here, which are really cool. I still don't know the names. And then the stand hold, but of course we have the landing gear. Now the landing gear are supposed to be outwards in the positions of about right here to right here, but unfortunately they're in the landing gear doors where they normally would fold in. So of course we had this issue with the Air Canada CRJ-700, or sorry, 705, then and the Delta CRJ-700, then they fixed it with the United CRJ-550, and then the Delta and American CRJ-900s had this issue, but was fixed once again on the SkyWest 700, so very interesting, but nevertheless, outside of those couple of issues, the model is super nice. And then a small GeminiJets logo, as we can see right here. I'll get the pencil in here so I can show you guys exactly right there. And man, wow. Let's just get some different angles of this beauty and just encompass this full thing. This thing is outstanding. Actual spinning wheel would be really nice right here. An actual spinning wheel would be really nice right here, but I'll just spin it around for retrospective. So I do want to talk about a couple things as I change some angles here and give you guys some different perspectives on it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the full differences of the PSA 900s and the Mesa 900s. So the PSA 900s have slanted winglets and they only have slanted winglets. However, the Mesa CRJ 900s have both slanted and folded up winglets like CRJ 700s and all those. Now, they all came from different places originally, like some came internationally, some were actually bought by Mesa Airlines, so that's why that is. But the good news is with the PSA, since they did a PSA, you can use it as a Mesa outside of the registration and of course the subtitle of PSA on the nose. Now for quite a few people that's not going to matter, but I thought I would at least mention it. So really, I think it's a good choice overall to do a PSA one now, and then hopefully in a couple years down the line, Gemini will hopefully have the mold fixed and everything and choose to do a Mesa or something, or maybe even an NG way down the line. We'll have to see, but still, outstanding model to say the least. There are the QC defects, as we know, between that gap in the wings, the engines, the horizontal stabilizers, the winglets, and the landing gear. But it's still an American CRJ-900. It's hard to complain, at least in my view of this. Here's kind of a head-on perspective. It's a little crooked, but still pretty good head-on. And there's a better perspective of those horizontal stabilizers as well. I'll give you guys a little bit of information kind of for some retrospective. They seat 76. Just like the Embraer 175s or any other aircraft of the range. They have two GE CF34 8C5 engines, which is a tongue twister for sure. And this aircraft particularly, our PSA 900s are much newer than the Mesa ones. The Mesa ones are typically 10 to 15 years old. This particular bird, however, is, all the PSA ones are usually about 5 years old at this point. This one was delivered on the 5th of February of 2016. So slightly over 5 years old to this point. I would say 4 to 6 year olds is actually the average. The CRJ-200 has a range of approximately 1,787 nautical miles. Sorry about that shout out coming in. I'll fix that here in a moment. But here's kind of another side of the aircraft. And lots of awesome stuff to come from the CRJ-900, of course. It's such a solid aircraft. But man, wow. So excited. Now, like I said in the beginning, I of course have more of these, luckily. Very fortunate about that. Those will all be unboxed in Massive Unboxing 16, so we do have this one just for now. And I also wanted to say for my replacement method, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering what I plan to do in terms of fixing this aircraft because of the issues. I'm considering potentially trying to find a paint pen the color of the American livery and maybe painting the winglets. That's probably my lowest priority, but I'm definitely thinking about it. And then my next two thoughts. The first one being the horizontal stabilizers, just like the Delta. Obviously, I would love to fix that. I'm going to give it my best effort, but first and foremost, I'm going to keep this one how it is until I have all the others unboxed. And once all the others come in good condition and how they were made, then I will be trying to fix one at a time. And if I do end up messing up one, unfortunately, it will be very unfortunate, and maybe I'll pay numerous hundreds to try to get another one. But nevertheless, I will be trying to fix them one at a time in a nice periodic method. And once one is complete, then another. 757 US Airways made a great little tutorial on it, so I highly recommend checking that out if you're curious. And the next part of it is the landing gear. That will be a much easier and simpler fix because it won't be as obvious with glue markings and everything, but obviously I'll want to do my best. So I will be fixing that at the same, or it's kind of in the similar way. So horizontal stabilizers in the landing gear, and then potentially the paint pen as well. But man, wow, GeminiJets. They at least gave us a good piece to work with in terms of the QC and everything. But I'm not too worried about it. It's an American CRJ-900. Day has finally come. I seriously cannot believe it. I'm dumbfounded. I'm so happy with the color. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably curious on my thoughts on the color. I think it's awesome. I'll actually be fun in bringing the A321neo just to compare it a little bit. So if you guys don't know, my standard for the perfect American Airlines 2013 livery, which is the current one, of course, is the American Airlines Airbus A321neo by GeminiJets. That, the One World 737-800, and the One World 777-200 are the best 3 liveries I've ever seen. And I'm so excited to say that I can add a 4th one to that. As you guys can tell, that the American Eagle CRJ-900 may be just slightly darker. It's probably a little bit harder for me to see live because of it being on the camera screen and everything. It may be just a smidge darker. But as you guys can see, I brought in the all famous second release A320 just for some more retrospective on how drastic GeminiJets' variation with this livery has been. And I can most certainly tell you that the 2 in the front are ideal. There was a shade they also used consistently from 2015 to 2018. Numerous models had it, but it was just a shade darker in these front 2 and just wasn't quite there perfectly. But they did quite a few models perfectly with the livery, and I can most certainly and most excitingly say that the CRJ-900 is added to the list of very, very nicely done, if not perfect. Really excited for the 737 Maxes to see what that entails, or sorry, the 737 Max, I got 2 of them, that's why I said Maxes. To see what the shade will entail, to see, it looked pretty good from the initial pictures, so hopefully that trend will continue, just like the CRJ-900 did, and everything in between. Man, it is looking outstanding. Man, take a look at that. That is amazing. Wow. Thank you, GeminiJets, for making this possible. This is outstanding. What a blessing, what a day. Dallas and Phoenix and every other airport I do that has these is gonna be just completely, a completely new level of realism, to be quite honest. I'm dumbfounded. I'm sorry that I'm like been so stubborn. I just don't even know what to say. I did not think this day was gonna come. And man, it came. It did. It took time, it took patience, and it took determination. But the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 is here. Thank you, GeminiJets. You guys may still get memed on, may still get hate, may still get everything. But there's no changing that this has happened. And this is here. And wow. Outstanding GeminiJets. Wow. So happy to see this here. This is unbelievable. I'm so excited to unbox the next ones and get this in airport updates. Like I said, I will not be fixing it till I get all the other ones unboxed and everything, but wow. We have an amazing day right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you were able to get one of these absolutely amazing CRJ-900s and what you guys thought of it. So excited for what's to come, and GeminiJets, just keep it moving. The new releases have been really good. I've been very pleased with them. I'm really excited to see where they go, and even more requested models may just come to fruition. A statement made by GeminiJets. I'll be eager to see if NG ever does one down the line, and anything in between. It's just going to be outstanding, to say the least. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off. Thank you, GeminiJets.